This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
The numbers told the story, they always do.
It's one of those idiots who believe in analytics.
This is a numbers game with Gil Alexander on VSiN.
Good Friday morning to you. It is a numbers game at VSiN, the sports betting network, VSiN.com, Game Plus, iHeartRadio, YouTube TV, and of course, Sirius XM channel 158. It's Gil Alexander, and that right there is my little buddy Kelly Bidlin, everybody.
Hey, how we doing?
On a football Friday.
Yeah.
Pumped. Not all football. We will have some UFC talk with Jordan Sherwood a little later this hour. But other than that, football. Chris Valika will join us, talk college football, all of his college football bets of the week. Dr. Bob with his bet of the week. Dr. Bob, an ornery Dr. Bob, is protesting. I'm like, Bob, the people who are going after you just to watch the Twitter clip. They're not listeners to the show. He's like, that was Bob's response, I believe. Here's a quote. Quote, unquote.
Cool quote.
Fezzik Fridays coming up as well. Everything on his mind when it comes to sports betting and beyond in casinos. He has some plays as well. And then a little later on, Steve Zabin will join us, the greatest sports talk radio host in the history of the DMV. And maybe even Milwaukee. I don't know. I didn't hear him in Milwaukee. But certainly in Washington, you may know him from Yahoo National Sports Radio back in the day, Fox Sports Radio. He's got the Zabecast these days. He'll join us, give his Week 11 NFL thoughts as well. And we'll do the old NFL whip around Friday version as well on this. First, before we get to Thursday Night Football, let me just say this about the awards again in Major League Baseball. Congratulations to anybody. Obviously, if you had Shohei, that goes without saying. Shohei wins his fourth MVP award.
Wild.
Fourth career MVP award from Shohei Ohtani.
4 in 5 years, right?
4 in 5 years. 2 in the AL, 2 in the NL. In other words, let's say the fourth MVP award is second in the NL. He joins Barry Bonds as the only player to win at least 4. Bonds won it 7 times, but Shohei's the first to ever win the award in both leagues multiple times. All of them unanimous. All 4 of his unanimous, including 2024 last year when he didn't pitch, right? So as long as he's pitching. And remember, this was the year that he hit 50 homers and threw 50 strikeouts. So same season. No one's ever done that before. You go on. You get it. Shohei wins it. So congratulations to everybody. At Shohei, obviously. But congratulations really to all who had Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge in a close vote with Cal Raleigh. Aaron Judge with 17 first-place votes. Cal Raleigh with 13. And then the other voting went from there. Aaron Judge is your MVP. Close vote. And again, if you break down the stats, nobody should feel like they got robbed. Let's just establish that, okay? Yes. And by the way, I was the guy who said if Cal Raleigh hits 60 and Aaron Judge hits 49, they're going to give it to Cal Raleigh. I stand by that. I think they would have. Problem is that Cal Raleigh hit 60 and Aaron Judge hit 53. Right? He had the 5 in front of him. But if you just go through Aaron Judge's stats for the season, I mean,
Were you surprised it was this close?
no.
Okay.
I don't think I was surprised it was this close, but I just don't think everybody wants to be outraged about everything. I even saw a tweet yesterday where someone's like, we should get refunded. Immediately went to the refund.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's stop with the refund. But here, again, Aaron Judge, when it comes to the slash lines in baseball, he was number 1 in Major League Baseball. I'm talking about average, OBP, and slugging. 331 batting average, number 1 in all of baseball, by the way. 457, number 1 in all of baseball. 688, number 1 in all of baseball. We have that as number 1 in AL. That's incorrect. Those were all number 1 in baseball. 1.1444 OPS obviously follows suit, number 1 in all of baseball. 179 hits, 3rd in the AL. 137 runs, is number 1 in the AL. 53 homers, 2nd to Raleigh. 114 RBI, 3rd in the AL. Cal Raleigh, look, he had 60 homers and 125 RBI. No one's taking that away from him. Number 1 in both categories, and he's a catcher. But everything else sort of not up to the Aaron Judge snuff. And if you really wanted to get nutty with it, Kelly, with Aaron Judge, I could also tell you he had the most walks in the American League. He had the most total bases in the American League, 372. He had the highest WAR in all of Major League Baseball, 9.7. He had the highest OPS plus, the highest ROBA, which is, a measure of a player's offensive contributions weighted in proportion to each event's actual run value. He had the number 1 RBAT plus, Batting runs as computed for WAR, but indexed to the environment the player played in, where 100 is league average. The most intentional walks in all of Major League Baseball. You get the idea. I just want to say one other thing about this. You know this guy Bob Nightingale over at USA Today?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what Bob Nightingale's thing is, but clearly he has a leak on these, and he's announcing the winners in a I don't know, here's what's expected to happen fashion about 12 hours before MLB Network gets to do the announcement.
I didn't question you about this at all before the show because I wanted to see where you were where
Yes.
this was going.
Yeah.
So that's what it was, 12 hours before?
Yeah, so for MVP, let's just give an example of his tweets, right? So MVP, the official Baseball Writers Association of America, MVP winners will be announced at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight on MLB Network, with Shohei Ohtani expected to unanimously win the NL MVP award, and Aaron Judge expected to narrowly beat out Cal Raleigh. Really? So specific. In the most debated award. By the way, we could go on with others of these.
Expected to unanimously, right? That was the but like we're not sure.
Well, the unanimous.
Stay tuned, but it's going to be unanimous.
The unanimous party, you could probably, get away with plausible deniability. People thought it would be unanimous. But for you to say Aaron Judge will narrowly beat Cal Raleigh, it's pretty specific. And by the way, it continues right with the manager of the year. He's like, where Brewers' Pat Murphy will join Hall of Fame manager Bobby Cox, the first manager to win consecutive NL Manager of the Year awards. Guardians Stephen Vogt should win AL Manager of the Year. Oh, wait, there's more. That was also 12 hours before, or roughly, before the Manager of the Year was awarded. And we have one more with the Rookie of the Year. This is, of course, remember the betting markets on the Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. We all thought it was going to be Cade Horton. It ended up being Drake Baldwin. Well, Bob Nightingale, about 12 hours before that one was announced, the official Baseball Writers Association of America, Jackie Robinson NL AL Rookie of the Year awards will be announced tonight, 7 tonight on MLB Network. Slugger Nick Kurtz of the Athletics is expected to be the unanimous AL winner. Catcher Drake Baldwin is the favorite in the NL. No, he's not. Only to you with the leak. Stop doing that. Seriously, let people. I know we make fun of the baseball awards, but stop doing that.
So what I don't understand, though, is it's like he's going like halfway, right? Like we all get upset when Schefter's like tweeting out what the draft pick is, right? Like 2 minutes before it's announced, but he's reporting what it's going to be.
2 minutes before also, or 3 minutes before.
Right, exactly. Like he's not going all the way and doing that. Like, hey, this is who it's going to be tonight.
Spoiling the entire thing for everybody. And that's why, by the way, Kalshi has gotten all of these right, or all the betting, the prediction markets get it right, because people see things like this and start betting accordingly.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say is this is almost more annoying to me. Like, I'd rather you just go all the way and be like, hey, the report's out, this is who it's going to be.
Yeah.
But
no.
Stay tuned. This is who it's expected
It's
to
like
be.
the Tucker Carlson form of interviewing where it's like, Jeremy, I hear that this. Just tell me, is that? I'm not really. But where he's really trying to direct the conversation kind of thing. Anyway, so that's the congratulations to all who had Aaron Judge for the American League MVP. And that's one of those things where if you're Cal Raleigh, though, you must think to yourself, well, I'm never winning it now, as long as this guy's around.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you finish that type of season, right?
Yep.
That does have to be probably a day or two of depression of, man.
Real quick, I have one tennis play. We're trying to close this year with a flourish. 3 straight dogs have hit for VSiN subscribers at VSiN.com/picks, including a plus 220 dog yesterday on Alex de Minaur. One more today. Again, I don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves in the ATP finals, but we do have one. It's at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific today. Felix Auger-Aliassime, who I've won on multiple times this year. He's been awesome. Plus 150 against Sasha Zverev. He's right around there now, about plus 146. Still a play, obviously. He is the play of the day in tennis. And I'm just going to say this with indoor hard courts. If there was a ranking, if there was a world ranking for indoor hard courts, let's say all tennis was played on indoor hards, Felix is probably the number 3 ranked player in the world.
Oh, really?
He loves himself some indoor hards.
Still behind Sinner and Alcaraz?
Yeah, I mean, they're still
good at tennis?
They're just good at tennis, period. If you played it in sand, they'd figure out a way to win. Last night...
FAA. Let's go.
FAA. Last night, Patriots 27, Jets 14. If you bet the close on these, it was a push fest. Right? If you got the 13, if you got the worst of it, it's a push fest. I think the first half was a push also on the close, also at 7. Jets, not good at football.
Nope.
Patriots, I don't know what they are. Game started real quick. Jets went 14 plays, 72 yards, took 804. Fields in from 5, 7-0. Patriots responded. 13 plays, 69 yards on a 7-minute 40 second drive to tie it up at 7 piece. Travion in from 7, early stage of the second quarter. Then the next time the Patriots got the ball, 8 plays, 83 yards, 449. Travion in from 7, 14-7. There was a Jets drive where they had a 3rd and 4, and Justin Fields had Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad Mitchell, deep, open. He dropped it. And then Borregales missed a 45-yard field goal. He grazed it off the upright to end the half. So it was only 14-7. And the Patriots were trying to do a double dip, so they failed on that. And then they had a 3-and-out to start the third quarter, so that didn't work. But the next time they had the ball, made a Travion from 6 out, 21-7. And the Jets did cut it to 21-14, and then it was just 2 field goals from there for the Patriots. And the Patriots get it done. Patriots, number 1 seed with that schedule, looking very possible. I've been recommending that bet for a bunch of weeks now. Hope people took me up on that. And by the way, this is why we do guessing lines, right? Because 11.5 immediately jumped on the Patriots on Monday. Hope people jumped on that with me.
Yeah, you did. Nice W
Patriots
to start the week for you.
This feels like a good week.
What is this, 8 in a row for the Pats? Woo!
8 in a row.
Man, are they going to look back at some point this season and say, how the hell did we lose to the Raiders and the Steelers? Because
maybe.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
May back on top of the MVP odds of a lot of places, plus 235 at DraftKings, and Henderson moves into sub 10-1 range for Rookie of the Year, plus 850 after those 3 touchdowns.
I brought that up the other day.
You did? It was like 30, right?
He was 50 at that moment, I think, at the longest in some spots, but 30 is what we were looking at. Trivia question: how many 300-yard passing games does Drake May have in his career?
3.
0. Coming back on a numbers game right here at VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
If you're serious about football betting, VSiN's got your weekend game plan. Fridays at 7 p.m., it's the Circa Friday Football Invitational. Saturday morning, VSiN's college football tailgate show at 9 a.m., breaking down matchups, props, and big-time bets. Later that night, join the football contest show as the sharpest betting minds give you their picks for Sunday's game. And Sunday at 9 a.m., lock in with Mitch and Pauly on VSiN's Pro Football Tailgate Show. Your final stop before kickoff. Check out the full lineup at VSiN.com and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
So, Pauly, have you had a chance to read the VSiN Daily yet?
Yeah, came in at 3 a.m. What's Bill doing up that late?
Well, rumor has it, it starts off with a 12-hour meditation session.
Then he just pours himself over film and live TV, really focusing and taking it all in. Bill's in with the biggest insiders, talking trade secrets, strategies, the whole 9, absorbing the info.
And then and only then can the writing process begin.
In Las Vegas, Bill's Late Night becomes your early morning. Wake up to the very latest betting insights in your inbox with the VSiN Daily. Sign up for free at vsin.com/newsletter.
Coming up on the next edition of Follow the Money, Mike Somich to talk props and picks in the NFL. Chuck Edel going through his best bets of the weekend. And David Baker on the chop or no chop controversy in Grandissimo. And how does he feel now about his Ravens futures and Survivor talk? Follow the Money 4 to 7 Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, now Sirius XM Channel 158. Check out the website for all the betting tools and analysis. Or get the VSiN Watch app.
VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
VSiN Sports Equinox Special expires on Sunday for just $120. Get full VSiN Pro access through May 1st. Less than $20 a month for every edge, every sport, every day. Every day. That includes daily best bets from our hosts and guests, live betting splits from DraftKings, Circa, and Bracco, AI-powered prop projections and matchup tools, 24/7 video and replays on the VSiN Watch app, plus full coverage of football, basketball, hockey, March Madness, the NFL Draft, and the Masters. Don't miss your last chance to lock in this special rate. Sign up now at VSiN.com/subscribe. That's VSIN.com/subscribe. Also should congratulate Kelly. Everybody who took the Patriots in Survivor last night.
Yeah.
We don't know how many. We don't know what the percentage of the remaining 1,000 entries was in Circa that took the Patriots yesterday. We also don't know of the remaining 6 Grandissimo entries, if anybody took the Patriots last night. But if you did, mazel tov.
Probably a good chunk, though, I would assume, right?
I would think.
Yeah.
I would think. We get tweets of beating the book. Greg Burrows. Woke up this morning at 5 a.m. with Edmund Fitzgerald stuck in my head. Please get a different song in my head. Love the show. Thank you. That's kind of the point of doing that. This is from Bobby Geddes. Good Friday morning from Sawgrass, fellas. Wow, look at him at Sawgrass. Great picture, too.
We get it, Bobby. We get it. Enjoy
Braggadocious.
TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, just rub it in our face, Bobby. He says, apologies in advance for the multiple tweets you get when I listen to today's show later today. Okay, no problem. Kenny Dillingham Sexual asked you the other day about Travion for Offensive Rookie of the Year at 50-1. I actually beat you to it, Kenny Dillingham Sexual. I spoke about it a few segments before. He said, down to as low as plus 850, leapfrogging the other running backs. I think we might be live. Yeah, I think you might be. Again, like I said, my comment before this game last night was, yeah, if he has like 2 touchdowns where he sprints it for 50-plus and 60-plus like he did last week, every week, he's definitely live. Well, he scored 3 times last night. Weren't as sexy, but 3 times, twice on the ground, once by reception. Scott, New York Mets 16. Curious if Kelly put out after sitting across the dinner table from, I don't understand this. What's he saying?
Megapod setup.
Oh, okay. Also, Will Hill already made an improvement with a push after making amends for his Daboll Coach of the Year winner. Yes, Will was trying to turn around his season by admitting. He said, if I admit that Brian Daboll did not deserve Coach of the Year a few years ago, will my Megapod picks turn around? Well, he's turned to a push anyway. Bob Sacamano. The Broncos lead the league in punts, 53 ahead of the Browns, 49. Titans 42, Jets 41, Giants 40. This is a KC minus 3.5 tweet. Oh, okay. Thank you. Also, have you...
I went with the under, but that helps back up my case, too. Thank you.
53 punts for the Broncos, huh?
Yeah.
Also, have you done Win Total Wednesdays recently? I don't think I've heard the segment for a few weeks. Thanks, guys. We do Win Total Wednesdays, but it's it's not always precisely about adjusted season win totals. Sometimes it could be fewest wins, most wins.
Yeah.
We get
grab different wins markets. We'll hit the adjusted ones next week.
We do number 1 seeds. That kind of counts for us as well. Dan Groeschel.
We don't like to do it too often. Gil and I have done it for years now, right? Like if you do it every week, it just stuff doesn't jump out to us as much. We like to do it every few weeks or so.
True dat.
Yeah, totally.
Dan Groeschel, I subscribe to the do theory, which means 2 Dr. Bob losses in a row simply means this is a double-up week since he's due for a win. All right. I like it. Get the money racing. Watching yesterday's Unscripted, best segment on VSiN. Thank you. Opening your team so relatable. Oh, I think he means rooting for your team so relatable or not rooting for your team as an adult so relatable. He said, kid, I lived and died. Red Sox. Don't ask about my 86 meltdown. Now did they cover? Hope to meet you guys one day. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Get the Money Racing. We hope to meet you as well. Rich PSM, please, God, tell me. This is great. He says, please, God, tell me who Bob Nightingale has for NFL MVP and Comeback Player of the Year. Maybe he'll announce those earlier. NFC title records. Look out, hardwood handicappers. Here comes Gil with indoor hard handicappers.
Zach could do that with him too, yeah.
Mark Hansen. Per Bob Nightingale, Felix Auger-Aliassime is expected to compete with Alexander Zverev today in tennis. Thank you. I hope Nightingale confirms that for me.
No. It would be something like expected to narrowly defeat Sasha Zverev.
I'm thinking a 3-setter. That's right. Parlay Pete, sharp lineup hitting all the angles today. Fezzik's Friday breakdown alone worth tuning into. That's real process-focused analysis, not noise. NFL Week 11 positioning matters. UFC 322 props too. This is the show for bettors who actually think. Thank you, Parlay Pete.
Parlay Pete sometimes sounds like an AI bot that I created, but no, he's just very complimentary a lot. Thanks, Pete. Kind of you. I appreciate you.
Very kind of you. All right, want to do after last night's game? let's go through the rest of these from the National Football League. Week 11 on this Football Friday, starting with Spain on Sunday morning. And I will be up for this one at the crack of dawn. Great. Remember,
you in Spain enjoy it.
Washington, when the best was the story when Washington played, I think they were, obviously it was somewhere in England, when they played the Bengals years ago. And all my buddies in D.C. came into town, and they're like, oh, we're going to get up at 6 in the morning. We're going to watch the Skins beat the Bengals. Tie game. Woke up all those hours early for like a 16-16 tie or whatever it ended.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I thought that story was going another direction. People come here with such great plans in mind to Vegas. We're going to do this day, and that, and that, and that, and that. And then they go out one night, and all that's out the window.
One guy didn't make it. Yeah, he didn't make it. I have nothing in this game. Dolphins minus 2.5 favorites. 47.5 is the total. I am steering clear.
Lean Fins for me, I guess, seeing a little bit of life out of them in a couple of the games this season. But yeah, I am not doing anything.
Commanders as a teaser leg, maybe? No, nothing.
Maybe. I don't. I mean, this sounds crazy, I guess, at this point in the season. But I'd be scared playing teasers against the Dolphins just because I think that offense can still just go off whenever, and Washington's defense is pretty weak.
I don't love it as a teaser week. Don't love it as a teaser.
I liked it on open. Like when I first saw lines come out, I was like, oh, it's going to be a big teaser week. And as it's gone on, I'm totally with you.
All right. I hate to say this, but I feel good about this week, especially, again, after Patriots are the first corroboration of that yesterday. But I also feel good about this one. Panthers at the Falcons. Falcons, this is the early window now on Sunday. Falcons are 3.5-point favorites. I was talking about this on the Megapod yesterday with Kelly Bidlin, everybody.
Yeah.
Is our Megapod guest. Did you enjoy the Win Sirius XM studios?
Oh, my gosh. I've been lucky enough to be in a lot of studios in my career.
It's the greatest studio.
It's the nicest studio I've ever been in.
It's the nicest studio I've ever been in any city I've ever worked in.
I really want to launch just a play-by-play live show of just people watching in the Win.
We're in the fishbowl over there.
Yeah, just in the fishbowl.
Cameron and Mace do a pod there every night, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Very popular pod, yeah. What I was saying about on the Megapod here was that the Falcons, if they are as good as I think they are, right? If I am, and for those who believe what I believe, which is, okay, no one's saying they're winning the Super Bowl, but they're talented on both sides of the football in a way that should not be commensurate with the 3-6 record. And the Panthers, who are 5-5, are not nearly as talented as they should be having a 5-5 record, right? The opposite. If the Falcons are ever to have that manifest, this is the game where it happens. They lost to the Panthers 30-0 earlier in the year. Do you have any pride? Do you have any self-value? Do you have any dignity?
That game sucked. I got
the Falcons covering the 3.5 here. Even though I'm not a big Michael Penix fan, as I've stated many times. I think Michael Penix, people think I don't like Drake May. I don't. Well, the person I really think is not good is Michael Penix. I have no pocket presence, no ability to ascertain when there's pressure coming. And then just some really, ever as strong as his arm is, just some really weird passes sometimes. So I'm on the Falcons.
Those two are complete stayaways for me. I by the way, we've hit the point in the NFL season where the spreads and the team records are really starting to confuse mainstream media.
That's right.
They're like, how could the Falcons be 3.5-point favorites?
That's right.
The Broncos-Chiefs one is blowing people's minds this week. Like how could the Chiefs be favorites against a 10-2 football? Hey, what are they, 8-2? Whatever. A 2-loss football team.
This betting thing eludes them still. Buccaneers 5.5-point dogs at the Bills. This is one of the good games of the week too, right?
Yeah.
We have some huge games later, but this is kind of the best of the early games on paper. Bills favored by 5.5. Bills coming off that terrible loss last week. Bucks, were the Bucks on a bye last week?
Yeah.
I can't even remember. Yeah. So Bucks with extra rest here. They're still 5.5-point dogs.
Oh, no, Patriots. So they lost Patriots.
Yes, they lost to the Patriots. That's correct. 27-21. Bills by 5.5. Total 47. Anything?
Yeah, I grabbed 6 early in the week on that game. Bucks plus 6, laid 120. I think there's a 6 at FanDuel. Boyd right now I'm seeing. If you want to join me, I'm not feeling great about it. I do think this has got like Buffalo bounce back spot written all over it. But man, that was a lot of points for me on open. I was a little surprised by that.
Yeah.
Vita Vea is questionable for this game. That would be bad. You do have some. I think one of the big things for me though, Dalton Kincaid, right, questionable to play in this game. That is massive. Khalil Shakir also popped up yesterday, questionable for this game. Kincaid's their most reliable and best receiver. You take him. They're already missing a lot of options for Josh Allen to go to in the passing game. Both these teams, I'm not really overly impressed with how the Bucs offense has looked the past couple weeks. I think that makes sense, though, with the injuries they've had in the receiving core and the offensive line. 6 points, though, was too much for me to pass up. So I am in on the Bucs.
How about this one? The Titans keep taking money. Texans now down to a 6-point favorite at Tennessee.
5.5 at FanDuel.
Wow. 37. So what is that? You do the conflation of the spread and the total. You're talking about like a 21-15 or 22-16 kind of game here.
And I'm one of those people, I think C.J. Stroud gets too much crap sometimes, but...
This is Davis Mills starting.
Yeah. Stroud is out, and we've moved through the 7... I don't know. Worth that much of a move?
I mean, I did think it was too much on guessing lines, but I wasn't betting the Titans. I wasn't betting them. Wasn't racing to bet them. Again, I'm not really sure why I'm scared of the Titans, but apparently the market was too this week. We'll get to more of these games, more early window, more late window, and then all our guests. It's a numbers game right here at VSiN.
Got a good thing coming. Just wait and see. It's a good. Your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup, then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Man, how about this concert? The Neon City Festival, a music and culinary experience. Kelly, you interested in that?
Yes, I am interested in food always.
Always. It's free. All ages. Celebration of music, food, and art at the Neon City Music Festival. Experience electrifying performances from Good Charlotte, Dead Mouse, Breaking Benjamin, Two Friends, De La Soul, Hooba Stank, Gym Class Heroes, Waka Flocka Flame, Fits in the Tantrums. Goes on and on to the break of dawn. This festival without fences will bring you mouth-watering food, stunning 3D graphics on the Viva Vision screen, and jaw-dropping performances, all free. November 21st through the 23rd. It's an experience you won't want to miss. Book your stay downtown at Circa Las Vegas. Details at neoncityfestival.com. That's neoncityfestival.com. Fireworks presented by Plaza Hotel and Casino.
Oh, Fezzik will be there.
Fezzik will be there. That's what got Fezzik excited. Forget all the music. Fireworks.
Steve, let's go down Friday night. I think I'm going to be there Friday night. I'll go check out Good Charlotte, De La Soul, Hoobastank. It's a pretty good lineup on Friday night.
The man is a mathematical robot, but if you throw some fireworks up in the air, he becomes a child.
God bless him.
He's like, wow. Like he's never seen him before.
It is one of those things. We sit here and make fun of it, but then you look at fireworks and like, I still enjoy watching fireworks for multiple minutes before I get bored.
Okay, but that's the thing. Multiple minutes is like 4 of them.
Yes, correct. Yes. And then I'm good.
Yeah. That once you get to like minute 28, you're like, okay.
It's like a weekly thing for Steve during the summer.
He's like, fireworks? What's this? We get tweets, beating the book. Jason H11, since you guys aren't in a gambling-friendly state.
Oh, I've got something to rage about that.
He says, I'd be willing to help with any wagers you might want to place. Kelly can explain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm glad that leads me right into something I'm enraged about this morning.
Is he muling for you?
No. I'm sitting here at the desk right before the show, before you walk in. I'm like, all right, now that I've got a few minutes, because I know this takes a little while, let me actually shop around and construct my Jameis Winston same-game parlay for the show.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing, Gil?
Nothing.
I can't combine interceptions with touchdowns at any book in Vegas or Nevada. MGM, Caesars, Boyd. I cannot same-game parlay any of that together.
How about this one from Eric Pock? Is it Eric Pock? I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Eric. He says, I think it's interesting how much you guys and other hosts still talk about teasers. In my opinion, it's all about alt lines. Can grab any number for any game outside of Vegas. Yeah, also, we don't talk about other variations of teasers as much as we should that actually might have more value than they used to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of stuff here.
I think Zach Cohen does a great job with that, where he'll do the, let's say he likes a favorite at 7.5, and he'll bring it down to 5.5 and parlay it with another one where he manipulates the line with that. It's not, you're not going through the 7-6-3, but if you're confident enough in it, you can do stuff like that.
Fezzik's head just exploded. Listen to that.
Probably.
Blue Hen Bill, I'm the undisputed king of second-place award finishes, he says. Schwarber and Sanchez this year, Aaron Nola Cy Young, Alec Baum Rookie of the Year, etc. Also good at betting players the year before they win.
Oh, yeah.
Maxey Comeback Player of the Year, Embiid MVP, both won following year. Flacco, my only winner, LOL. Blue Hen Bill, don't feel bad. I, for a period of years, was also, people will remember, the king of the second-place finish. I had Juan Soto for NL MVP when he finished second in 2021, where I had him like at 150 to 1 or 75 or something like that. Then I had Max. Remember Max Duggan to TCU? Had him at 100 to 1. He finished second.
That one, yeah.
That was brutal.
Especially since he went on to become such a great player.
Oh, I mean, he became maybe the greatest NFL quarterback we've ever seen.
Oh, it did suck.
Ashton Genty finished second, had him 7 to 1. Right? Trust me.
I
right
had
there
a
with you.
golf season 2 years ago where I finished with 11 outrights that finished T2 or second by themselves, so that was...
It's fun.
I know awards and futures and everything, but yeah, when you're betting week-to-week golf, that was pretty brutal.
Cancer-free from stage 4. Congratulations again, sir. Now that Kelly has lost 100 pounds, maybe we need to start playing what might be the all-time worst ever song, I'm Too Sexy, by Right Said Fred. I will say this, Todd Wishnev kept referring to Kelly as sexy on the Megapod yesterday, and it was a little bit uncomfortable.
A little bit of a bromance yesterday.
Xavier82, good morning, gents. Still alive in Survivor thanks to the Pats. Good for you, Xavier. Says a few on Houston and Atlanta left, too. Thanks for the tennis play. He got it at Profit X. And Todd Wishnev is still on a heater in college basketball. Have a great day. Todd Wishnev is on a monster heater in college basketball. It is just a sight to behold.
You went over the record yesterday, man. That was crazy.
Oh, it improved yesterday, too. And Brad Magnus. I'm currently kicking myself for not betting Travion at 40 to 1 yesterday. I guess that's my punishment for being the first to mention the Edmund Fitzgerald on Monday. Oh, it was you, Brad. Look what it has done to
good job, Brad.
Look what it's done to many. My sincere apologies. Well, we'll debate whether to accept that apology, Brad, but we'll get back to
I've actually been fascinated by this conversation this week because I just was not aware that it was such a significant actual day.
Yes.
In the I don't even know what, the Great Lakes area, whatever you call it.
I wasn't either, and I don't know that I could have remembered it because I was super young. But I had no knowledge of it, no recollection of it, no knowledge of it, no anything.
I mean, I'm listening to the deep dive guys earlier this week. I think Drew was kind of chuckling at the idea of this. Andy's like, no, this is a serious day here in Minnesota.
Well, someone told me I was offending Midwesterners. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was. Back to the football, week 11. No offense, Ben. Vikings back down to 2.5. This is where I have them. I got the Vikings at the Vikings minus 2.5 hosting the Bears. And this is, my handicap on this, because this is a megapod play for me as well as the Falcons. I just feel like this is the Caleb Williams comeuppance game, right? Where Brian Flores concocts something with the Vikings D that just messes with Caleb, right? And I think as great as Caleb's been this year with the fourth quarter comebacks, and bravo to him for that, especially this past week when they were down 10 with under 4 minutes left against the Giants, he still has way too many plays, right? His homeostasis, his comfort spot is still oh my God, here comes the rush. Let me do a spinorama and go full sprint towards the sideline, then throw the ball downfield and hope that a receiver comes down with it. Yeah, ain't going to work this week. I got the Vikings minus 2.5.
Yeah, this one, man, I've leaned that way the whole time. Haven't pulled the trigger on it. I think it's going to end up being a pass for me. Might be a millions play for me on Vikings.
Okay. Next, Packers at the Giants. Jameis. Packers 7-point favorites. No one likes Jameis more than Kelly does. 42.5.
I mean, so my plan was, Gil, take the Giants up to 10.5 and then over Jameis attempts, 2+ interceptions, 1 touchdown, and over yards. That was my plan, but couldn't make that bet today. So nothing.
Oh, couldn't make it because it wasn't available to you, is what you're saying.
They just wouldn't. Yeah. They won't allow it.
They won't allow
Our
it.
apps won't allow. I couldn't parlay touchdowns and interceptions, you would think they'd love taking those kind of bets.
When this state gets legalized sports betting, oh man, it's going to be something else.
And of course, I got 17 tweets. People be like, "Oh, DraftKings has got it. FanDuel's got it. What are you talking about?"
We're aware.
Yeah, we're aware.
Bengals at Steelers at Acrisure. Steelers 5.5-point favorites. I would anybody who's got the Steelers in Survivor here, good luck, man. Good luck.
I hear you. I still lean this way, though. Bengals defense is so bad. I think this is one of those games where, Rodgers is capable of still beating up on these terrible defenses. I think anybody with a pulse, this is where, last week, he struggles with. So I would lean that way. It's not a bet, though, for me.
Yeah, but if his name wasn't Aaron Rodgers, you'd be like, this quarterback stinks.
Well, you'd be like, why are you trying out a 40-year-old quarterback?
That's right. And Flacco's on a heater. 5.5 points. Anyone? I don't have anything.
I'd lean over in that game, too. 49? That feels a little low.
Early window of the late window, and here's where the marquee matchups really start. Rams, 3-point favorites hosting the Seahawks. Total 49. Big game in the NFC West and in the NFC in general. Nothing for me.
I had the Seahawks in a teaser on open at 2.5. At 3, I still like this. I'm not adding, but I lean Seahawks. I think this is telling you, depending on how much you're weighting home field, this is telling you they think the Rams are a better team than the Seahawks. Me and you have it flipped the other way, so it would be a lean to the Seahawks at 3 for me. But I got them in a teaser. I'm going to leave it at that.
What do we have flipped the other way?
Me and you both have Seahawks 1, Rams 2.
Yeah. Niners also at 4:05 Eastern kickoff. Niners are 3-point favorites at the Cardinals. I like the Niners here. I've actually bought them down to 2.5.
Yeah, we both betted this at 2.5. Yeah. I don't even hate it at 3. I know this Niners team hasn't been super impressive, but the Cardinals' injuries, man, the receiving core, offensive line, defensive backfield, these are racking up big time over the last couple weeks.
And the reliance on Marvin Harrison has become a real thing of late, so that's a big loss with the appendicitis. Late window of the late window, 4:25 Eastern kickoffs. The Ravens are 7.5-point favorites at the Brownies. Lamar practicing. He's playing.
Yeah, this is who I teased Seahawks with, was Ravens down.
Yeah, Ravens are a good teaser leg to me. Also, of course, in the late window. Man, are these games good. This is the Chiefs and the Broncos. Is that next?
Chiefs-Broncos.
Chiefs-Broncos. Chiefs 4-point favorites at Empower Field at Mile High. Total 45.
How could that be?
How could it be? They have a worse record.
I heard that like twice this week.
How do they know?
It's just funny, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I bet the under in this game, it's actually ticked up to 45. I bet it at 44.5. I like that. I think you're talking about a defense I trust in Denver. I think an offense that has been bad recently, and the Chiefs coming off a bye. I think the offense is better this year. I don't think they're going to put up a huge number on Denver though, so I like the under in that one.
All right, we'll do the primetime games on the other side, and Jordan Sherwood will join us. Talk UFC 322. Is it 322 or 332? I've already lost track.
322.
322.
Pretty sure.
I was correct the first time. Yeah. All right. Got to trust my first instinct. We'll talk about the main and the co-main, and then any other bets he's got. It's a numbers game at VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Join the guru, John Hansen, at the intersection of prop betting and fantasy sports on Prop Points, only on VSiN.
Lesson number one, Patty's back. I still believe that Caleb Williams is not any good. And, other than Rome Odunze, I don't trust anyone that can't run the ball.
John and his guests will help you find the connection between the two and give you his expert advice on how to capitalize when a number is too good to pass up. Prop Points, weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on VSiN.
VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Back on a numbers game, live at Circa Resort Casino, downtown Las Vegas. Gil Alexander. Producer number 9, Kelly Bidlin. So much more than a producer. Is it Kelly Bidlin or is it Kelly Bidley? I can't remember.
It's Bidlin, man.
Bidlin,
People are going to screw that up.
Kelly Bidley. We get tweets.
I did a guest spot on a radio station the other day where the guy asked me to spell my name fully because people were screwing it up.
It reminds me, we have Steve Zabin on the show later. I used to do a show on radio in D.C. with Andy Pollin, and Dexter Manley, the Redskins great once, came on the show and called him Andy Poley. And for like 3 years after that, they just kept calling him Andy Poley. What's up, Andy Poley? We get tweets to be in the book, Chicago in Ohio. Oh, I like Chicago in Ohio. That's a new one. He said, I was bored on a plane, so while listening to the Megapod, I was actually watching the closed caption. What a moment when Todd got mad at me because he claimed,
I was bored on a plane?
He said, I was bored on a plane, so while listening to your Megapod, I actually watched the closed captioning. To alleviate his boredom, he turned on the closed captioning.
I thought you said born on a plane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like childbirth.
I apologize. He was not born on a plane, nor do I know that he was conceived on a plane either. He was bored. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, when Todd got mad at me because Todd claims a Megapod championship, he goes, and of course I had the game where DeMar Hamlin died, so he won by a half point. I will say it's an asterisk. The closed caption said, Gilly, even though he says, I didn't lose because DeMar Hamlin died, and ba, BH. That's the closed caption went with. Steve the Proxy. Here's an idea. Let's announce MLB awards the day before Game 5 when people actually give and you can imagine the emoji he used right there.
Yep.
Not weeks after the World Series, MLB viewership is up, but they still can't figure out marketing players. If only there was a living, breathing commissioner. Do better.
You know what's sad is we should all be that angry still, Gil, but because it's better from last
we
year,
don't care,
we don't care.
Pick 10. I like Minnesota, he says, but I like the Bears money line first quarter versus Minnesota. Bears money line first quarter and Minnesota money line full game pays 4-1. That's how he's playing it. A little. We used to do that with Chicago White Sox a little bit, is what we're talking about there. Sam Ginsburg. I saw a report that Marvin Harrison is not having surgery for his appendectomy, for his appendicitis, and is just going to deal with his appendicitis by drinking a lot of Pepto-Bismol. This refers to Kelly's best story of the week, where his buddy was complaining about having severe stomach pains, and Kelly's like, stop it.
Send him to the hospital. Casey was very happy that Buddhist Man made a meme for him out of him yesterday.
Finally, Casey ends up in the emergency room, and then the doctor bursting through the doors. Who told this kid?
Kelly being hung over as hell in the waiting room, too.
That's me.
What? That was me.
That was me.
It masks the effects of what he's feeling.
Kelly's making him chug Pepto-Bismol.
I never even finished the story. You know the worst part about that is that we took Casey down to Key West, and then he just sat in like hospital and hotel rooms for like 4 days while we partied. We just partied the whole time. One of us every day tried to be like the guy who checked in on him once or twice, but we're like 23. Like, no.
The brains of 23-year-old males are incapable of that kind of sympathy. Yeah. All right, let's talk some UFC 322. Jordan Sherwood joins us now, courtesy of the Progressive Guest Line. Of course, MMA aficionado and advisor for Fat Jack Sports, co-host of the unnamed MMA podcast on ESPN 1000. You can follow him on Twitter at Wood on ESPN 1000. What's the new MMA aficionado and advisor of Fat Jack Sports? What's that all about, Jordan?
Well, no, just helping the Fat Jack, who's I think definitely renowned, been a guest on before with VSiN and stuff like that, providing college and NFL selections, and I help him out with his MMA picks. So I've been doing it consistently for several years, and get to talk a little UFC, a big one with you guys at 322. And by the way, you could add to my bio, I've been on a couple of those Kelly Bidlin excursions where he's left friends wherever to go on and party before, so I'm quite familiar with that scenario.
It's all heart, this kid.
If we had 20 more minutes, I would tell you about the first time me and Jordan Sherwood I don't want to say ever met, but I was asked to take Jordan out when he moved to South Florida. It was a night. It was a night.
It was a night.
It was a night.
A night was had.
It was a happening.
Mistakes were made.
McDonald's breakfast was purchased.
By the way, apologies on the aficionado and advisor for Fat Jack Sports, Jordan, because never have I ever been told of this. So, again, years after the fact, let's add that to the bio.
That's all good.
All right, let's go to the main event for UFC 322. Islam Makhachev, Jack Della Maddalena was talking a little bit about this yesterday on the show as well, where Jack Della Maddalena, he beats Bilal Muhammad, but does so because Bilal Muhammad basically employs a terrible strategy in that fight. and doesn't play to his strengths, plays to sort of lets Jack Della Maddalena off the hook. That will not be the case here, correct?
That's why I'm pretty confident that Islam Makhachev is going to have a successful debut in a new weight class at 170. I mean, he's the pound-for-pound number one fighter in the world. You look at his resume, he's beaten the best of the best. He's beaten champions from other weight classes. I mean, I think the one question mark was, what's he going to look like at 170? He looked great on the scale. It was actually Jack Della Maddalena who earlier today, kind of struggled to make weight. He had to have the curtain come out for him to make the championship weight. And you're right. Jack Della Maddalena is the champion. He's an outstanding striker, but he's never been in there with a wrestler or a grappler with capabilities like a Makhachev. I mean, he was, I guess, as you alluded to, with Bilal Muhammad, but Bilal decided to have a 5-round boxing and kickboxing match, which is the strength of Jack Della Maddalena. I don't see that being the case. I do believe Islam Makhachev is going to hunt for takedowns for over 25 minutes in this fight, and at some point get Jack Della Maddalena down on the ground and control the fight, and I think be able to secure a submission. He's been able to do it with some of the best grapplers we've ever seen in the sport, and Jack Della Maddalena has not been in there with a guy of his capabilities. My only concern, Gil, is that at times Islam Makhachev will be coaxed into a brawl from a striking standpoint, but I believe with Khabib Nurmagomedov in his corner and under the tutelage of a guy that went undefeated and retired at a great time, Makhachev's going to have the right game plan going into this fight, which is why I like the price point at submission at plus 190 to hunt for that finish and get a sub.
I like that. Plus 190. Makhachev submission from Jordan Sherwood. All right, let's go to the co-main. Talking about this yesterday on the show with the great Rob Moreno as well. Valentina Shevchenko, 37 years old. This is very tightly lined against Zhang Weili, who was a strawweight champion, but was beaten by Thug Rose a couple times. When for those of us who are more casual observers of this, remember those, I think, above all. How do you view this fight? This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, but reclaim the title, and I think that speaks volumes to Weili's just ability overall as a fighter. You mentioned Valentina's age. Yeah, she's 37, but Weili's 36, so she's no spring chicken when it comes to MMA. Valentina obviously has been doing it for a longer period of time. Been at the mountaintop now multiple times, and this is actually a similar fight that we've seen Valentina fight years ago when she fought Amanda Nunes, where Valentina went up in weight and had two very competitive fights against Amanda Nunes. Both, I think, split decision wins for Amanda, who many consider to be the GOAT. Valentina is going to have the striking advantage from the standpoint of footwork, timing, and skill set. Weili's going to be the more powerful puncher, probably the better athlete. But again, she's going up in weight and is familiar with bullying people and being able to be aggressive with people, control them. I don't think that that's the case. I think Valentina Shevchenko is still at the top of her game at 37 years of age. She's going to be able at some point to work the clinch, get some takedowns, and I think win a fight and probably win it via decision. I'm not so confident that either woman is going to, finish the other, but I just like the overall skill set, Valentina familiarity. She's going to be the bigger woman in the cage, and that's why I like her to win the fight and win it just straight up on the money line at that $1.10 price.
This is inspired by when Ernie Shavers, the great heavyweight boxer, was on a numbers game, and at 73 years old, and I said, if we stood up right now and you punched me in the stomach, would I fall? He goes, oh yeah. And he was 73 years old. If a 37-year-old, 125-pound flyweight like Valentina Shevchenko got in a ring with Kelly Bidlin, what would happen?
Kelly would be asleep in about 15 seconds.
Wow.
I don't know. Drop some weight, Jordan.
Both of these women are fantastic fighters. Both of these women are some of the best we've ever seen. I think both of them are Bond villains. They're that talented, right? And Valentina Shevchenko is just an unbelievable talent, one of the best we've ever seen.
I would pay to see that. Would pay to see it. All right, you got a couple other plays as well.
Yeah, on the also on the main card, a big welterweight fight between Sean Brady and Michael Morales. Brady's got one loss to the former champion Bilal Muhammad. He's a great wrestler, good grappler. Morales undefeated, enormous welterweight, power, good striking, suspect takedown defense. I'm leaning Brady just straight up on the money line on this fight because of the grappling, but I think more importantly, it's going into the judges' scorecard, so I like that fight to go over 2.5. And then I think Carlos Prates is going to nuke Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is not the same fighter when he won the title. I think he's kind of given up, and albeit he's going in there against a guy that's going to kickbox against him, I think Carlos Pratas learned a lot from his loss to Ian Machado Gary. We saw that in his last fight with his most recent knockout, and I think he does it again. So an impressive finish. The fighting nerds get back on track. That's the fight camp he comes from. So a knockout for Pratas at plus 160.
The fighting nerds, I love it. Jordan, you're a Bears fan, real quick. Yep. Bears beating the Vikings, or Vikings going to take them down?
I think the Bears beat the Vikings, but I also like that money line play you said. Bears in the first quarter as well, for sure. They come out hot, but they stay hot and get